Everyone tells you need the same thing. You need to go to Wharton, know someone at Goldman, and have a perfect GPA to break into finance. That's not true. I didn't have connections, but I still made it into Goldman Sachs, and I raised and managed over $1 billion, and I worked at the world's top hedge funds. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to beat the odds and land a job in high finance, even if the system was not built for you. First of all, the biggest obstacle is not your resume. It's your belief that your resume disqualifies you. Let's get something straight here. Most people give up on getting a job in finance before they ever start. Why is that? Because they assume the game is rigged. They think it's all about pedigree, the school name, connections, polish. And to be fair, the game is stacked, but not in the way you think it is. I was underestimated constantly. I didn't have the background. I didn't have the look. But I realized early that firms don't hire resumes, they hire narratives. The problem is no one teaches you how to craft one. Now, for me, I had technology experience when I applied to Goldman, but I marketed myself as somebody that thoroughly understands the technology industry, which of course has massive implications for investing in technology stocks. As top investor Peter Lynch once said, invest in what you know. Next up, let's talk about what actually matters. There are 3 levers that matter far more than school brand or GPA. The first is narrative positioning. This is how you tell your story. You're not selling your experience, you're selling your trajectory. You frame your path, your struggles, your pivots, your values as signals of grit, maturity, and investor thinking. For example, a student of mine did not have the best grades, partially because he had to work part-time jobs in the restaurant industry to support his education. We positioned that experience as elite customer service under pressure and tied it to managing client relationships on deals. What I want you to do is turn your weakness into a strength. This is easy to do. Go to ChatGPT and type this. I think my biggest perceived weakness is whatever it is. And I think this will hurt my chance of getting a job. Turn this weakness into a strength and then submit the prompt to ChatGPT, and you'll be amazed at the results. The second thing that matters is technical readiness, meaning answering finance questions. This isn't about memorizing 400 technical questions. It's about being able to think like an investor and explain concepts clearly. You don't need to sound like a quant. You need to sound like someone who belongs in the room. And this is easy to do. All you need to do is complete a 1-page template for stocks or investments you want to discuss in an interview. And I have many templates that I can provide you with in my programs that help me get top finance jobs. The third thing that matters is insider access, meaning access to employees that work at top firms. Networking is not about spamming cold DMs. It's about building credibility in micro moments. That means knowing who to contact, what to say, when to ask. And my success rate on humbly getting meetings with people I've never met before is 95%. And I don't say that to impress you. I say it to impress upon you the fact that my networking strategies work, which is what I teach in my programs. And remember, your network is your net worth, and relationships are always more important than product knowledge. Let's now talk about actionable tips for non-traditional candidates. Step 1, create an amazing LinkedIn profile, which my programs can help you achieve. My staff and I will help you write the best LinkedIn profile you've ever seen. Step 2, network using in-mails on LinkedIn to meet with people who have something in common with you in order to get informational meetings. This is the absolute best way to get a job in finance, because every time you submit your resume, you literally have a 1 in 250 chance of getting the job and getting hired at top finance firms. It's just as hard to get a job there as it is to get in Harvard. So we will teach you how to network and set up many informational meetings, which will significantly increase the chance of you being hired. Our methodology works. There's a reason that I humbly have 2 million paying students in every country. Now, in our program, we will not only teach you how to network, but we will teach you how to answer all technical, meaning finance questions, from understanding company fundamentals, valuation metrics like DCF, and so much more. We will also teach you how to spend, meaning sell yourself, if you don't have a finance background. For example, are you an athlete? Then you know discipline. Do you work in retail? Then you understand clients and customer service. Are you in engineering? Then you are analytical, which is crucial in finance. Now, if I had to start from scratch today, I'd do 3 things. I'd perfect a 1-page story about who I am and where I'm going. I'd master the top 20 technical questions, not 400. I'd book 3 calls per week with people in the industry using a systemized outreach strategy. Now, one of my clients had an undergraduate degree from an average school, and I helped him get a job in investment banking in New York City working at Goldman Sachs in the same start class as Harvard MBA graduates, meaning at the associate level. Let's now talk about the bigger picture. This isn't just about a job. It's about taking control of your life, about making 6 figures in your 20s, building real wealth by 30, having the freedom to invest, travel, and help your family. No, you don't need yachts and champagne, but it feels good when someone asks you where you work and you say Blackstone, Goldman, or KKR. You earned your seat at the table. Now, I use the same methodology that I teach my students to explain how I got a job at Goldman and how I left Goldman after 5 years to get jobs at top hedge funds, and how I transitioned to work in the venture capital sector and start my own hedge fund as well. Now, if you're serious about breaking into high finance, meaning investment banking, private equity, venture capital, and hedge funds, and you're done guessing, we put together a free training that shows you the exact system our students use to land interviews and offers at top firms in the world. You don't need a perfect GPA or a referral at Goldman. You need to know the system. Click the link below and check it out.